Yo, Thompson. Blake Thompson, I heard every single word that you had to say. Well, Butterball, it is my turn now, bitch. I was actually enjoying my 3-month hiatus from the ending of One Night Stand to that freaking shit show of A Name You Call Spit Out the Bone. That sounded raunchy now that I say that and now that I think about it. But that's all. I was enjoying my life. I was working, making money, collecting, and I was spending time with my girlfriend, Gabriella. But that was until one day where my girlfriend, Gabriella, watched that match at One Night Stand, and she saw the dirty tactics that you played on me with Austin Fowler. And she was so pissed off, and she was asking me question after question after question. Why didn't you go any farther into attacking Blake and Austin verbally and physically? I was true to myself. I was being a team player. But I knew that there was going to be repercussions for my actions. One thing that I never publicly addressed was why I said those words. I felt like they needed to be said. They needed to be said because I had so many different guys that I actually became close with. Even they left hardcore wrestling, I became close with them. Aiden, who's Big Daddy, Bullman, who is Lucas, and Evan, who is the assassin. All three of those guys, they're my friends. Well, me and Lucas don't talk, but me, Aiden, and Evan, we are good buddies. I decided to avoid those questions because I wanted nothing to do with hardcore wrestling. Another day came where another video came out before Spit Out the Bone. Blake Thompson decided to call me a traitor. Hello? Who was the person that had to have their butt buddy with them to get them their championship to stay in their team? That was you, Blake Thompson. Hell, that was another reason why I decided to say what I had to say at One Night Stand. And then Gabby decided to ask me some more questions and say, like, is there ever going to be a moment where you are going to get your revenge? And I had to tell her, I want nothing to do with hardcore wrestling. And then I kept thinking, and I kept thinking, I kept thinking. But then I ended up getting a phone call from my good buddy, well, former buddy, Kane Hazard, and his brother Colin. They told me that Kane was going to get a World Heavyweight Championship match, and they were going to do everything in their power to get to that championship and bring it back to New Generation. And I said, I don't want anything to do with hardcore wrestling, but I wish you the best of luck. What Colin did was an accident. He didn't mean for that Butterball to steal that championship and hit him in the skull with it. Blake, how many times have you won a match by playing dirty? That's another thing that I am sick of, is entitled people, entitled wrestlers that puts a stain on the fucking sport of professional wrestling because they can't win a match without somebody holding your hand. And then I finally decided to rewatch my match with Blake Thompson. You see, I whipped your ass. Even though I was down a bunch of times, I still got up. I was never going to tap out, and I was never going to be dead in the center of that ring. I had your ass whipped 1, 2, 3. I had your shoulders down on the ground. I was going to become the World Heavyweight Champion before your butt buddy decided to kick me right into my jaw. Hell, that even left a bruise on my chin for days. And Gabby asked me, she tells me, get your revenge. You need to humiliate that son of a bitch who decided to take everything from you. Take your dignity, take your life, and take your championship. And as I kept thinking about what she said, I wanted her to have a boyfriend that was so successful and was able to accomplish his goals. I've been through so much in my life. I almost died mentally. And I almost died physically. And as I kept thinking about the words she said and about my head telling me things, telling me that I couldn't do this, I couldn't be myself anymore. And that's when I found my reason why I needed to come back. I am not here for hardcore wrestling. I'm not here to fight for New Generation. I am not here to fight for hardcore wrestling in general. I'm not here to fight for anybody. That would be ridiculous at this point. I am back for one reason and one reason only, and that is to take Blake Thompson down and to finally be a 3-time World Heavyweight Champion. That moment, you attacked me and you pinned me, was that moment you woke me up. And after that match, you leave a voicemail on my phone telling me that I'm not the same person that you met 5 fucking years ago while we became best friends back in high school. You want to call me a different person? You want that same person that you met 5 years ago? Well, you got it. You got that same person, but you are not going to be prepared for what's going to be coming to you every time I show up at your house and show up in your yard until I get what I want. I will leave pieces of my own flesh, leave pieces on my bones until I get what I want. I promise you this. You will never break my will. You will never take me down. You will never kill me. You will never break my bones. You will never drink my blood. I will promise to become that monster that you knew 5 years ago. I will be that monster to fight the monsters of the world of hardcore wrestling. And if you forgot who I was, my name is Jay Morawski. Beat me if you can. Survive if I let you.